Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.
For new adventures of Batman.
The circus is in town, and Commissioner and Barbara Gordon are attending.
He's fantastic.
You know, there's something awfully familiar about that boy.
Look no further than the name of the episode for your answer, Commissioner. He's a dead ringer for Robin the Boy Wonder. Someone else has noticed the resemblance and wants to talk to the kid about it.
How would you like to become an instant millionaire? Well, who wouldn't? Depends on what I have to do.
He says, wear a Robin costume and help me pull off a huge heist.
Sorry, mister. I got a job. You won't have it long if I let your boss know that you were in jail at one time for robbery.
1977 was still a rough time for ex-cons. You might go up for having a joint in your pocket and it followed you for the rest of your life. Nobody wanted to hire you, nobody wanted to rent to you. We called it paying your debt to society, but as far as society was concerned, you could never get out from under that debt. Once a con, always a con. Recidivism was high, but a lot of it was self-fulfilling prophecy. You tell a man he's paid his debt and can re-enter society, but then society makes it impossible for him to exist without turning to crime, and he goes back up. I saw it happen to people I knew. I saw other people I knew predict it would happen, but when you ask them, will you hire him so he can get back on his feet and build a better life? The answer was as predictable as the recidivism.
The Arabian oil minister, Faisal Oran, is due to arrive shortly at Gotham City Airport. And we now switch you to our remote unit and roving reporter, Debbie Yamamoto.
Guess what our ex-con is going to have to do? And it's Faisal, not Faisal. I know online pages like IMDb say it's Basil, but I hope I don't need to point out that Basil isn't an Arabic name.
Oran is here with top-secret plans for an oil-finding device that supposedly will revolutionize the petroleum industry.
He's off to a meeting, and Commissioner Gordon is here to personally guarantee his safety.
And here come Batman and Robin,
Batman and Robin?
who are taking the minister to their car. Commissioner Gordon appears somewhat stunned by the whole thing and is now going after the dynamic duo.
Yeah, you guys can take the day off. Your stand-ins have this. To the Batcopter to find out what's going on here. Our villains are in a copy of the Batmobile, so they should be easy to spot. Or not.
I demand to know where you are taking me. You are not Batman. Who are you?
Let me put it this way, Mr. Oran. Before the night is over, I will be one of the wealthiest men in the world.
And now we know who's behind all this. He's managed to extend his shape-shifting ability to his car. And now that he's changed back to Clayface, his foot is a lot heavier on the gas pedal, and the dynamic duo have noticed.
It's Batman and Robin. Nothing to worry about, my boy. They're looking for the Batmobile.
Looks harmless.
Maybe we'd better check it out, Robin.
Batman, the bat signal.
The commissioner. We'd better see what he wants.
Considering that the whole city watched you two kidnap a visiting dignitary, I think I can guess what he wants.
Look at this. Batman and Robin hunted by police. Everyone is screaming for justice, and until we get this thing cleared up, I'm afraid we'll have to lock you both up.
And heaven forbid the good people of Gotham City, whom Batman and Robin have rescued from disaster countless times, would stand up for their heroes. At the first sign of trouble, the whole place turns on them and cries,
With their heads!
Batman says, give us 2 hours to find the real perpetrators.
I think I know who one of them is. Matt Hagen, otherwise known as Clayface.
Clayface? Of course! No one else could pull this off but him.
Batman won't get his 2 hours, though. Just then, Clayface calls. He's already released Oran, and they can also have his plans back for $10 million to be delivered in 1 hour.
And I'll make sure that that 1 hour will be the longest in the dynamic duo's career.
How'd he do that and talk on the phone? Who wants to know? As they're heading for somewhere else, they spot a driverless truck speeding down the street out of control.
Brakes are gone. I'm going to ride it out.
Roger. I'll put on the siren and ride ahead of you.
My only chance now is to find a nice, soft landing spot.
He finds a big pile of sand and drives straight into it. The truck is stopped and everyone is all right. Well, almost everyone.
Oh, my head. Who are you?
Who am I? Holy short memories, Batman. This is no time for jokes.
What did you call me?
Batman. You're Batman and I'm Robin. Don't you remember?
I can't remember a thing.
As we know, any knock on the head leads to amnesia. Remember to buckle up, kids. If you don't, this could be you.
I can cure him of the amnesia, but it will take time.
We've got less than an hour to prove our innocence to those oil dudes.
I'll take care of Batman and contact you when he's recovered.
Right.
Of course the Bat computer can cure him. The Bat computer can do anything.
This must be the Batcave.
Where am I?
You are in the Batcave.
A talking computer? I must be going nuts.
I couldn't have planned this better myself. Now I'll find out who Batman really is.
This guy does get around. I think I figured it out. He made the phone call from that picture on the wall using the Bat phone in the car.
Boy, are you ugly shit!
Come back, you little twerp!
I am preparing a formula that will restore your memory shortly, Batman.
The formula consisted of a giant mallet to hit him over the head with. Once Batman's memory was restored, the Bat computer sold the mallet to Harley Quinn. While Clayface changes into a giant eagle and keeps chasing Batmite, the computer has finished its formula and Batman's memory is working again.
I got him! I captured Clayface! Oh boy, wait till Batman hears this!
He's trapped in that room all right. Nice going, Batmite.
You sure this is where you left him, Batmite?
Sure, I'm sure. Well, he was an eagle the last time I saw him. Maybe he flew back to Capistrano.
That mouse! It's Clayface!
Why does the Batcave have a mouse hole to the outside? No matter, he sends Batmite in after the mouse, not to catch him, but to track where he's going.
Holy secret identities! We know Clayface posed as Batman, Batgirl, but the big question is, who's impersonating me?
I saw someone just recently that reminded me of you, Robin, and now I can't remember where.
The Bat computer has a formula that can help you with that. Of course, she remembers a few seconds later, so let's head to the circus and talk to this guy. His name is Kit Martin, and he's not interested in talking to them.
Why are you asking me all these questions? I haven't done anything.
Then why won't you answer our questions? Kit!
He thinks he can escape these two. Little does he know, Robin used to be a trapeze artist himself, so he can't even get away up there.
Batman! He changed into a jackrabbit!
A jackrabbit? What's he doing?
Oh, just jetting. No, way too easy.
You feel like talking to us now, Kit?
Yeah, what's the use? No one will help me anyway.
He explains himself and wants to help recover the plans. If he lands back in prison, so be it. At least he can look at himself in the mirror. Batmite reports that Clayface came out near the lake, by the way there's a lake, and changed into a dolphin. Batman is already in the Bat sub and in pursuit.
Well, I've got a little surprise for him.
Though it's an open question who's pursuing whom. Kit has returned the plans to Commissioner Gordon, and he just remembered one other thing.
I was supposed to deliver this to Clayface before midnight. He says it's medicine, and he said it was very important.
Holy Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde! I'll bet that's the formula he uses to enable him to change.
You're right, Robin. And if he doesn't take some before midnight, his powers to transform are gone.
In the comics, Matt Hagen became Clayface when he fell into some kind of special pool of something. He has to go back every 2 days and immerse himself in the pool to keep his powers. Later on, he manages to synthesize the stuff like he's done here, but that only empowers him for 5 hours. We've taken several liberties here, but they're not major ones, so we can let it slide.
There's mud in your eye, Clayface.
Looks more like crude oil, but we can hope Batman knows better. Robin calls him with the news about Clayface and his formula. And incidentally, it's less than a minute to midnight, which brings up another problem.
Clayface told me he couldn't swim. If he changes down there...
Batman, I think Clayface is gonna need your help.
And indeed he does. We watch him change to his human form, realize he's in 40 feet of water and drowning, and Batman ejects from the bat sub and drags them both to the surface. 2 hours later, they both landed in the hospital with the bends. Fortunately, the Bat computer has a formula for that. I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.